Hello and welcome to the lockdown studio. Actually, it's just my sitting room and you can probably hear the rains lashing at the windows. The other evening, my family and I flopped down in front of the television and finally watched Contagion, the Hollywood film made in 2011 by Steven Soderberg. I bet you've done the same, or at least thought about it. And if you haven't, go for it. It stands up pretty well. I had two main thoughts afterwards, though. One, if a bunch of Hollywood lovies could see so clearly what effect the savage virus would have on the world, how come our governments didn't? And why were the British and American governments in particular so slow off the mark, so dozy when the virus actually attacked 9 years later? Well, that's something which I assume will be chewed over pretty extensively over the months to come. But it's my second thought I'd like to talk about in detail. The one thing the film got wrong, well, pretty much, was the effect a virus like this would have on our society as a whole. Okay, so the fictional virus is even fiercer and nastier than the real one. Watching Gwyneth Paltrow twitching and frothing at the mouth after catching it off a Hong Kong waiter was something I won't forget quickly. But angry crowds storming the pharmacies and supermarkets, looting and setting fire to things, rubbish piling up massively in the streets, the structures of everyday life collapsing. Well, these things simply haven't happened in any Western country and haven't much happened anywhere else either. There has been a bit of trouble in Nigeria and in South Africa, but for me, the overwhelming image isn't of food lorries being hijacked and looted, though that has happened. It's of tens of thousands of poor South Africans queuing up peacefully and patiently for literally miles along the roadside to get food. It's natural for us to be scared that the basic structures of our lives will collapse, but that doesn't seem to be what's happening in situations like this. I've covered loads of civil wars in my time, in Lebanon, for instance, the former Yugoslavia, Syria, Libya, Iraq, Ukraine and Angola, all sorts of other places as well. And I've always noticed how even when none of the ordinary rules apply, when you can do anything you like, from robbing a shop to shooting someone you don't like in the streets, the vast majority of people behave as though the rules do apply still. They stop at traffic lights, they pay for their food, they try to get their kids to school on time, and they just keep on praying fervently that things will get back to normal one day. As a species, we seem to want to stick to the rules because we've understood for millennia now that that's the only way we can thrive and prosper. Under Covid-19, society right across the world has, for the most part, stayed quiet and calm. The shops remain unlooted. And certainly in the West, the rubbish still gets collected as normal. Still, I suppose, on the other hand, that wouldn't make nearly such a good film. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you soon.